You know what I would love to hear one day is someone be like, you tell them, well, would you be as mean to another person as you are to yourself? And someone would go, yeah, I would. I just want to hear that one day.
I can think of one person who is probably meaner to other people than they are to themselves.
Whom? I don't know.
A certain person that you know.
I don't know. Well, actually, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess some people would.
Because
Yeah.
some people some people direct their anger outwards at other people, and other people direct it towards themselves.
Which is a response to trauma.
Which is a response. And, like, I think that's where you get a lot of, like, you know, when you have people that, like, really, like, project their anger onto somebody who's different from them, for instance, and they're like, oh, like, I hate, like, whoever this is, like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what they're really doing is they're taking that voice and they're projecting it out onto another person.
Sometimes it's because they don't follow the rules. Oh, I could have controlled that thingy. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oops. Yeah, so remember, if someone's bullying you, usually it's because you're not following their weird rules of what makes them happy, even though they're still miserable, or you remind them of something in themselves that they hate about themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get that urge too, and I have to be like, oh, stop myself. Like, don't do it. I think a lot of people, like, as I've gotten older, I'm not saying, like, it's okay to be an asshole. It's okay to have asshole thoughts. Recognize that asshole thought and go, okay, where's this coming from? Like, how do I process this feeling without being, like, a shitlord to everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because I think, in my opinion, the majority of people are just not... We have this idea that there's a pure human being exists. And in my opinion, that's very difficult to pull off. I think a lot of people work really hard on themselves, and everyone has things like jealousy or resentment or whatever. And it's okay to be jealous of someone. It's okay to be resentful. And just be like, okay, why am I jealous? Why am I angry? Why am I like this? Is it justified? And sometimes it is. Sometimes it is justified to be, like, angry at someone, and it's okay.
Well,
but other times it's not.
It also comes from our society's obsession with the moral high ground.
Yes.
Which means that in order to be better than somebody, you must be, like, morally superior, that is, like, actually a thing that you can strive to be. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's why you see all sorts of, you know, victim blaming things that come from a sense of, like, oh, but, like, you know, they were a victim, but they weren't a perfect victim.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Or, you know, oh, yes, like, there was an argument, but they're not perfect in all these other ways.
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks?
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please, you gotta get him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
Also, ooh. I'm gonna do that.
Super Fighter says, here's a theory. What if the objects of power symbolize the help of friends through tough times, and the different types of enemies are different types of darkness, like the regular enemies are pain or hurt from something, and the higher up ones are stronger, like depression and stuff, and when you get a new object, it's like a friend coming to help you out.
Alright, so it says to go to the motel, to the hotel, but...
Yeah, so you gotta go to containment and logistics. Oh, so somewhere in here.
Okay, so it's just somewhere in here. Oh! I'm an idiot. Oh, we're going to the clock dimension. Oh, okay, hold on. What time does this say? That time. So, 3:45.
Well, it's 2:45.
Oh, 2:45, okay. Huh. So that says... What does it say? Damn it. Okay, how am I supposed to time that? I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to time it. I'm just trying too hard.
Only the hours matter.
Oh, okay. I did something. Something happened. Only the hours matter? Okay, so I want it to be 3 o'clock. Did I get it? Yes. I was about to be like, that's difficult. So...
5.
No, 4.
That's 5.
Look, it's before the 5. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh my god. Hi.
Clocks.
I can't read clocks. Okay, something happened. Triangle key. Yay! Wait, it says traverse the Ocean View Motel, so maybe he's still in here and I shouldn't go back?
What?
It
No,
says,
this is a side quest. Has nothing to do with our brother.
no, but I am doing the side quest. I just don't want to fail the side quest. Because it says go through the Ocean View Motel.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah.
Okay, we're fine. Alright, cool.
This Wells guy can't be far.
Oops. I guess I gotta jump down. Hello? These resonance things must be protecting against something.
Have you seen the duck again
Those
yet?
must be the clocks he was
Oh
talking
yeah, we haven't seen the duck again. This is such a useful little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey! I found you. Alright. Hey. Okay. Yeah.
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried. That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood.
Let's go.
Did you say, what your object power was?
I don't know.
Gotta think about it for a bit. It's, it's a deeply intimate question, I understand.
I just can't really think of a power that I'd want.
Yeah, one without too much responsibility, I would say.
Yeah.
Because whenever I'm like, oh, what would my cool power be? And then I'd be like, God, that would be like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and then it's like people find out you have the power, and now you're supposed to save the
What's
world
with
and
the
all that
clocks?
shit.
And then, like, inaction would also be
Threshold
irresponsible
effect.
because now you can do
This
it.
used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of someone's old clock and started duplicating it. Now the office is abandoned and its clock's all the way down.
Because even if you're like, oh, I wish I could summon snacks, and then you go, wait, then I could solve hunger, and then I just have to summon snacks all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it just,
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Is like,
everything comes at like some sort of cost where I don't want to do it. I can't get this object of power without the flying skill. What?
yeah, because like I seem to remember there was something. I remember like it's like a very vague memory, but somebody had like the power of healing, and so then they like because they could heal people. I feel like it was a book that I read where
Was it in Misfits?
No. It was like somebody had the power to heal other people, and so it's like then they ended up being like, trapped in this like cycle of like danger because they were just like in dangerous places to heal other people and save them all the time. And so it's like they completely like lost like agency over their own life because they have this like important power that they felt too guilty to just have it and not use it.
Yeah. So, like, what is a power where no one would bother me?
Yeah. Like, I feel like it would have to be, like, very specific to you. You know? Like, a super specific power that could only be used for you and for no one else.
Well, I would like to mildly help people, but not too much. What's a power where I would have no responsibilities?
Where, like, maybe it's a power where it's, like, you always have a $10 bill for the guy.
Ooh, but no more.
And that's it. Like, so if anybody delivers you anything, you always have $10 cash that you can give them.
That's a good one.
And it's like, you know, low stakes.
Oh, how about this? Mild luck.
Yeah.
Mild luck. You don't have to do anything. It's not like Domino where, you know, you have a superpower of luck. It's just mild luck.
Oh, or, you know, it would be another one. A power to, like, always be able to sleep for, like, 9 hours.
When you feel like it.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this? You get enough sleep in 1 hour.
Oh, I
find a way
love
around
that.
it.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Let me see.
That's the one I want, yeah.
The one I want is the one where I have no responsibility.
Where I feel refreshed after 1 hour of sleep. That's all I need.
How do I get over here? He's like, go over here, and I go up the pile of clocks. What's the most selfish
you came
power?
Over here for an altered item?
The anchor, yeah. Langston said it'd be a simple item retrieval. But the power of that thing had. I've never seen anything like it.
Or the power to just be good at video games. You can't abuse that, right? Like, just...
To be, like, pretty good. Yeah.
That's O'Neill. Shit. No one else got help.
How about 75% mastery of anything?
Or, like...
Yeah,
or,
just, like, competent
how's this?
at anything.
Really good at single-player video games. Because
Yeah!
then you can't abuse it for competitive reasons.
That's not true because you can do speedrunning. But I feel like if that's your power, it's fine. Like, you're not really, like, killing the world.
Yeah.
Like, abusing it to be a speedrunner, that's, like, the least of anyone's worries.
Well, but, 75% mastery of speedrunning, even.
Yeah!
So, like,
No, just
you're pretty
75%
good.
mastery of anything. And then the rest of the 25% you have to work for yourself. You know?
Yeah. Maybe it's like one of those things where it's like, you have advantage on your roll, but you're not gonna, like, naturally. You're not gonna get a nat 20 every time, but you get a +4.
Yeah! Just like
So there's still an element of
mild luck or 75% mastery of anything. So, like, you never have to study, but you're never going to be top of your class.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, you're going to get a C in chemistry, and you don't have to try. Or you can try and get an A.
and maybe get better if that's what you want.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good one, you know? You're not going to save the world, but you also, you never really have to try, and that feels good. But if you do want to try, you can still feel accomplished.
Yeah, lazy guardsman, we're not saying that you can't be better than a C. We're saying that if you, like, you would just,
You get automatic 75% competence, and then the next 25%
is up to you.
is how hard you want to work. So let's say you're like, shit, I got locked out of my house. I'm 75% good at lockpicking.
Yeah.
I can get back in my house, but I can't rob a bank.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I feel like that would be really helpful for, like,
Yeah, you know what? I really like my choice.
or you know what, like, the ability to, like, so some people have this naturally, but I've always wanted the ability to, like, just be able to, like, figure things out in terms of, like, fixing things. You know how some people are just really good at, like, they look up a video and they're like, yeah, and, like, they watch it once and they're like, yeah, now I know how to, like, do all of these things. And whereas, like, I feel like I watch that stuff and it's like, I'm still not just super confident that I'm doing it right.
I usually watch a video, like, I watch it and then I watch it again as I'm doing it. I've built so many computers and I'm like, okay, but let me watch a tutorial on it.
Yeah.
Because there's always something I forget. Usually I forget to plug in the PSU or something. And I go, oh no, nothing works, it's broken. Like, no, actually, you're right. Trying!
Like, I would love to be one of those people who's, like, really handy. Who can just, oh, this thing is broken, I can just, like, look at it and figure it out. Like, people who have,
But
like,
not too good.
People who are, like, really good with, like, engineering and stuff like that, they tend to be very adept at just, like, automatically figuring stuff like that out. Or it's like, let's see. Supplementary materials. Arctic Queen. Blank interview. Can you tell us why you left your building that day? LM. I was running out to get eggs. There was that corner store on 30th. That's why I left Michael there on his own. Knew I wouldn't be gone long. He was drawing at the table when I left. Had his crayons out. Happy. The building came down when I was a block away. I ran back, started digging. City workers found Mikey later, beside the fridge. The drawings hadn't come off. Tons of bricks fall on it, and those drawings are still there. How does that happen? A. He kept the refrigerator after the accident. Why? LM. It still had his drawings. God must have kept them safe for a reason, right? I'd get home from work and stare at them all night. I was in a bad way back then. A. Why did you sell the fridge with your son's drawings still on it? WM. Well, they'd gotten stuck to it or something. I thought about cutting them off those magnets, but maybe it was better I didn't hold on to them, you know? Gotta move on, everyone says. What's my fridge got to do with the building collapse, anyhow?
So, I figured it out. My object of power would be a multi-tool that would give me 75% proficiency in anything. No, 75% proficiency in 75% of things. So I don't know what it is I won't be able to do. And I have to consciously think, okay, I want to be able to do this, but I can only use the power for 3 things at a time. Therefore, it's like more reasonable. Like being 75% at everything, weird. But 3 things at a time, 75% proficiency, and then once I change it, I lose the one that I had before. So I can't be.
Couldn't you just like change them out like?
I can change them
infinitely,
out.
though?
I can change them out infinitely.
So then, what's the thing? What's the deal with having it?
So like, if I wanted to do it for like school, then I would lose the proficiency for something I would need it for. So if I wanted to have a skill long term, I would actually have to learn it.
Oh, I see.
So it's not like cheating at life.
Oh, I see. I thought because I was just like, if you're just using it for tasks, you could just change it out every time you do a task.
I was just thinking for long-term achievement in life. Like, I don't know, learning a language, I would actually have to learn it. But it's a multi-tool, and that's my object of power.
I want the sleep one.
You want the
My
sleep
object
one?
of power is a pillow.
Yeah, but it's kind of big. A small pillow.
No, it's just a pillow for your head. I put my head on the pillow when I go to sleep, and boom,
What if
it
you
gives me
forgot
power
the
to sleep.
pillow, though?
I would just bring the pillow with me.
Everywhere. Always holding it.
Well, wait. When do I need it when I'm not sleeping?
Like, what if you're traveling? What if you get stuck in a place and suddenly you don't have your pillow?
Then I'd just sleep like a normal person.
But you would have the anxiety of not having the pillow.
I think it'd be okay.
It would be an emotional crutch.
I already have enough anxiety around sleep. I think that it would be okay.
Agents arrived in town of Jasper Crossing, Arizona, after the communications department intercepted multiple phone calls to local authorities regarding frozen people in the streets. 4 of the 5 dispatch agents become paralyzed upon arriving at the scene. Additional assessment teams were dispatched. Variations of identification formulas were tried with ineffectual results. Agents resorted to using aerial photography to study the positioning of the paralyzed individuals. Soon after, agents discovered the event's epicenter to be the local post office. Unaffected agents cleared the area of all paralyzed civilians, animals, and bureau personnel before beginning to study the item. Agents deemed susceptible to the item were tasked with interviewing and reinforming the public away from the site. The item was soon placed on a transport vehicle manned by unaffected agents. Air travel had been deemed too dangerous given the item's effects. Numerous reports of temporary paralysis were reported by civilians along the truck's route from Arizona to New York City.
I got it. My object of power is my stuffed animal. Because I bring that when I travel anyway.
See?
So.
Pillow's too big. Stuffed animal?
I mean, like, my pillow, like, squishes down anyway. Because it's down, but still.
Can I fast forward? No. I just have to look at this with my eyes.
Oh, God, can you imagine the wonderful naps you could take?
Like 5 minutes? That'd be like a good hour nap.
Yeah.
At any moment.
I'm like sad now that this isn't real.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like people, it's like people think of all these like really like cool special superpowers, and I'm like, I feel so old because I'm just like, I just want to sleep.
Wait, my guys, do you mean looking at inner workings of something and understanding how it works? Because that's like Styler from Heroes. No, I'm just talking about like, okay, I'm not gonna like eat people's brains. I have 75%. I pick up the multi-tool and I go, I want to know.
No, they're
Like-
talking about how I was talking about how some people can just look at things and understand how they work.
Oh.
How I was talking about like how people who are very skilled with like engineering and like building things, they can just like look at something and see, like understand how it fits together. You know, kind of like somebody who's like good at fixing cars, like they can just like open it up and like even if it's a car they've never worked on before, they can just figure it out because they generally, you know what I mean? And that is a skill, but also some people are naturally more adept at it than others.
There's some sort of body language going on between those two that I don't understand. Where I think she thinks he's stupid. The woman in the thing, she kept like looking at him and looking at the camera, being like, "This guy's an idiot."
Because he's a dork.
But I think
That's Darling, the dork.
Yeah, but I'm wondering the spare footage, is that revealing that maybe he's not the genius that the game is building him up to be? And that
Is
maybe...
any man really the genius that the game builds them up to be? Let's be real.
But like,
I'm just kidding.
it really seemed, from my perspective, it really seemed like, you know, they put this in the game for a reason. It was outtakes. And it was a lot of the body language of her doing work and him just playing with poking things and being like, ha! Am I wrong in that?
I think it's also kind of like, you know, if you spend all of your time working together in a lab, you're in close quarters for like a lot of time. You could kind of get irritated with people, I think.
I don't want to do the maintenance his nodes. I just want to do what I need to do.
Well, we're still in the middle of a mission.
Yeah. Sealed threshold hall. Oops, I accidentally broke concrete. Where am I trying to go now? I think I got a little turned around. I guess I want to go this way?
Where do we go to get out of here? Is it through there?
Seems like
That
it.
safe room was where the old item cornered us. We sealed the door on the way out. We couldn't let it get out into the bureau.
So open it?
I'll need to come deal with that altered item later.
Oh, okay.
If I open the safe from now, Wells could get hurt.
Ah, yes. Let's just go to the bathroom together.
Okay, oh,
Nope. What?
I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here.
He was.
We locked it tight.
He seemed
Come
to
on,
be
we need to
going
get back to Harlem.
that way.
This way? I don't. He's just following us.
Oh. You have to go to the first floor.
You came from here. Yeah, we came from here. Do I have to go back?
Don't go back. Okay. They're saying, wait, you were on the first floor. What about past these clocks, maybe?
Can you explain? Is it in this hole?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
When it was clear we couldn't contain the altered item, Horowitz ordered a retreat. We got out, but Hiss were waiting for us. I took Horowitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
That was brave of you.
I'm the medic. Good job. We're not far now.
That guy's just like, da, 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 da.
He'll die on his own. He's cool.
They didn't. I don't know that they necessarily left the medic behind. He like escorted. It seemed to me more like he went back to help others because Horowitz was injured. But oh,
It's okay.
all right.
Oh my god, it's so bright.
Yikes. Yeah, this is really not doing me for any favors.
Oh. Yes, she has a juice hangover.
I don't think that it's just that. I think it's also, I don't know. Like, I was up super late, and also I was watching a show and, like, wasn't really prepared for, like, one of the sad storylines to happen on New Year's Eve, and it just, like, got me thinking, and I just cried a lot.
Crying hangovers are the worst.
And I can tell that that's at least partly what it is, because
Motel court is
I
on
can
the
feel
other
it in
side
my...
of logistics. Horowitz should still be there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because I can feel it, like, in my eyes. You know, my eyes feel puffy.
It hurts.
Yeah.
I usually get a headache at the front of my head.
Whoa. Thinking back to the question about what objects would be bound to abilities, I think I have two answers, one optimistic and one realistic. I'd like to think that as a trans woman for whom my body is a big source of consternation, I'd get bound to a replica of the statue from terrible film It's a Boy-Girl Thing and would be able to body swap person to person at will, leaving me able to swap through people in a chain so everyone ended up... I assume that's that would be an interesting thing.
Yeah, you just go to like a trans meetup and everyone's like, okay, we're all gonna swap until we got what we want.
You gotta meet Wells at the control point before you talk to the other guy.
I don't walk, I just bust through materials.
No.
I want to do astral constructs and stuff.
I also like I feel like if I go to bed without drinking, like it sucks because it's like if I drink water before I go to bed, I like wake up because I have to pee. But if I don't, then I wake up with a headache because I'm dehydrated. I'm like, how do I win here?
You don't. You just live your... Well, I think I read somewhere, I've read several times that we're not actually supposed to sleep for like 8 hours in a row. We're actually just supposed to sleep wake up in the middle of the night, and then go back to sleep. But everyone gets so stressed about the fact that they wake up at the middle of the night that everyone thinks that there's something wrong, but there's actually nothing wrong at all. It used to be that people would go to sleep and then wake up in the middle of the night, and like they call it like something hour, and everyone basically just like have sex or something and then go back to sleep. I'm not lying. So the idea of having 8 solid hours of sleep a night comes from back like 100 and something years ago, when people were making unions saying there should be 8 hours of rest, 8 hours of recreation, and 8 hours of work. And they were trying to push that, and so then everyone was like, oh, we gotta sleep for 8 hours in a row. But really,
oh, it's kind of like how the 10,000 steps thing is.
The ghost hour, that's what it was called.
The 10,000 steps thing is just like, that's a number that like, that's not like a, like that number just appeared like out of nowhere pretty much.
Let's
like
go.
it had something to do with like the first step counters that people created, and they just like picked a number, and then it like became.
Seems like a good number.
It is, but it's like, for some people 10,000.
Hold on. Something's wrong with him.
Is not enough or too much?
Shit.
Is too much. Oh no!
I was just over
Oh.
here, dude. Like 10 seconds ago.
God, no.
Like some, and also it's like, you know, doing this type of activity, you have to like build up to it. Some people have like chronic injuries and stuff like that. 10,000 might, or like if you're elderly, 10,000 might be really hard.
How do I defeat this dude? Oh. Well, I was confused because I didn't see his health bar above his head, and I was like, whoa, where is it? It was just down below.
I know you just watched the Dr. Who episode, have you heard about how full of vor it is?
What?
No, I haven't watched Doctor Who in years.
Yeah, I'm not really into Doctor Who as much anymore.
Yeah. I didn't even watch, like, I didn't watch any of the ones with Peter Capaldi, and I definitely haven't watched the ones with Jodie What's-Her-Face.
I don't know, I'm just kind of over it. Try and get up. Go ahead and try. Keep trying.
Oh.
I should talk to Wells.
I'm trying.
Make sure he's okay. I'm sorry about your friend.
Thanks. And thanks for coming to get me. Horowitz's HRA must have been damaged in the threshold. Guy never put himself first. At least the anchor altered item is still locked away down in the clocks. I hope it rots down there.
That altered item needs to be dealt with before it hurts anyone else. I should go back down and contain it. Head to the executive sector, Wells. They could use a medic.
Thank you, Director. I'll go see what good I can do there.
Yay, we did it. I'm gonna open this. And now we can move on.
They're saying that the game volume is really loud.
Oh, okay. I hope it hasn't been that way the whole time. Uh-oh.
Other people are saying that it's just because of the gunfight, so hopefully we're okay.
It's over. Makes me feel powerful. Uh-oh.
What's going on here?
Well, maybe they can explode at the door.
Oh no.
It's fine. If I just...
I like how they're all just...
Watch this. Ta-da! They can't get me, so it's
Cool.
like... And I can't get them either, so... See, he's gonna go off. See?
Nice.
I think they're just gonna keep coming, and then eventually when they all die, it won't be a problem anymore. Alright, now I can figure out how to open this.
Did we go through on the others on that side?
I can't go over there. The door's closed.
You
Wall
don't.
of Honor. In
They
memory of the heroic
They
agents
said you don't open it now.
who gave their lives to forces known and unknown for the protection and greater knowledge of all humankind. We honor their sacrifice. I wonder if these are references to people or just names. Maybe it's the dev team or something. They sacrificed their lives.
Yeah. The dev team sacrificed themselves to forces known and unknown.
It's a cool thing, but they always do this right when we're about to do combat. I'm like, I can't see! Aha! Alright.
You can just let them duke it out. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Ooh. Wow.
I was on your side.
Well, not for long. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna shoot it. there's the mold back again.
Yeah.
Oh, what time is it? It's 3:45.
What are those?
Mold monsters.
Oh.
That's like, I don't know any more than you, but I was just like, mold monsters.
Ah,
of
a
course.
mold monster.
Oh, these are those monsters that the more you shoot, the more human they become. See? Oh, hello.
Wow. Oh, they look like they're all walking the same, but...
No, look. See, they walk weird, and then the more you shoot them, here, look. Look. It's weird, 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 weird. Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
They were doing it at the beginning of the game.
Is this because our coworkers are a bunch of fun guys?
Wow.
Yay!
Alright, you're banned from the chat, CC. It's over. Oh, hey! Reading material. Wait, I have so many. Can I even pick this up? Remote thought. What? Oh. Okay.
Whoa.
Is he shooting people at me?
Fungus missile?
Okay, he's done.
Ooh.
So this is probably just like a whole different set of problems. This isn't even hiss, it's some other issue. Yeah. Oh, God, don't look at it.
Alright, this is how you get mold. Everyone.
This is what happens when you don't wash your bathroom.
Yeah.
Security. Panoption? What's that?
Panopticon? That's the place that we're going to.
What does that word mean?
We looked it up. I looked it up last time. It's doesn't mean like all seeing. It's basically just like when you say panopticon, it's like it's a system of control.
6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached.
Is Dylan
Has the Hiss
mold?
found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
I don't think he needs protecting.
It's a surveillance center.
Ah.
It's
Time
kind of like,
community.
so like when you say like panopticon, it's almost like the control center for whatever it is that you're talking about.
Hi, bro.
Oh, sounds great.
Okay.
Everything's upside down.
Oh. Ooh, the 3 is slightly off. Is it just eternally 3:45? Casino. What's the name of that room in the Overlook Hotel in The Shining? Is it 123? What is it?
The two numbers that automatically pulls up are 237 and 217.
Ah, never mind then.
So room. Yeah, room. Yeah. So.
Did you ever watch, what was the name of that documentary where they interviewed a bunch of people who had like fan theories about The Shining?
Definitely would not have watched that.
It was so weird.
No way would I have watched that.
I loved it because they would some of the theories you're like, yeah, and then they try to show you the evidence and you're like, I don't see it. Because one of them was how The Shining was Stanley Kubrick's admission to the fact that but the conspiracy theory that he manufactured the moon landing, like he faked it.
Mm-hmm.
And another one was about how it was about the genocide of Native Americans, which those two, if, those could kind of work, but then there was another one that just didn't make any sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him as they were for me? Maybe in here, they were even harder.
Hey, I hear you've been fucking with my brother.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items,
don't have time for
objects
this.
of power, and...
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden? Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there. Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that.
Do you
Here,
think
I'll get the door for you. And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Do you think our brother
Thanks,
is the
Langston.
hiss?
I thought he was the power source for the building.
Oh.
Remember, we talked about that
Can
last
we
time.
provide any assistance at this time, sir?
Only if you can reboot
Well, then
the
how did
cell
the building
door
exist
protocols
before?
without manually accessing them.
He's the
Sir,
power source.
we are not
They
capable of
might have had
completing
another
that
power
task.
source.
Please assign us
Okay.
a different task.
Why are you talking
There's
like
the
that?
paper
You know
where
what?
they talk
Never
about
mind.
how
I'll
like
take care of it.
it's a person that powers the building.
Mm-hmm.
I forget everything that the paper said.
Is the TV back in its box yet? No rush or anything, it's just, an ongoing concern.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better health care. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here. How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. singing to them,
Did he say
flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
That sounds cool, though.
That happened in
Knife rain.
There was an episode of Adventure Time where suddenly everything that they imagined became real, but it was all invisible because of their imagination.
Okay.
Because they're like, the floor is lava, and then the floor was lava.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, but then Finn couldn't control his imagination because he was having intrusive thoughts. And it was like,
Ghostbusters?
yeah. And he was like, okay, imagine things. And he was like, it's raining knives, no!
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me. I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Bro, you were picked by Excalibur gun. That's pretty cool.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find him.
Mine.
Jesse's brother was a prime candidate. The power source was the director before Trench. Trench talked about how he got obsessed with power and needed to be contained. So, is that director still contained? Is that?
Okay, so the power source was the director before Trench. So the director was the power... The 2 directors ago, the director was the power source.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they wanted the brother to also be the director and the power source at the same time, but he was, I don't know. Okay, so Trench talked about how he got obsessed with power and needed to be contained. Okay. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to be used as the power source, but it ends up happening. Hello?
Where'd he go?
He's over here. Oh,
Oh, flying bombs. How cool.
you take care of your friend.
Do you guys play Mortal Kombat?
No.
No. I played it when I was a kid, but that was a long time ago.
I feel like when I was a kid, this might be my memories, like obstructing it. It felt like more of a game. Now it just feels like, I don't even know. Like I could go over to my friend's house and just play it. And now it's just a little too much for me. And also with all the... Ooh, a mailbox. Can I get to it? No.
Well, because it's like there didn't used to be like microtransactions and like all this like
Other shit, yeah.
yeah, and like oh, like the characters that you want, they're actually like a DLC that you have to pay for, and like now we're gonna have them on like a release schedule or like whatever. And yeah.
I like looking at all the different thingies. What's this all's crossed out? The cell is on 5. That's P6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. We want to get to the 5th floor, so we want to go up, not down. Well, unless we want to go to fire break. I don't think we do, right? Subdue the Benikoff TV object of power, 4th floor. So we want to stay on this floor.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we have to undo the fire break and come back up.
Who was the voice actress that you're talking about again?
We're on the 4th floor, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Whatever. No, we're on the 1st floor. I'm an idiot.
Well, that's second. That's
Something went
Oh.
wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director.
all right.
Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
Wait, Ronda Rousey is a Sandy Hook truther?
Oh, no.
Whoa.
I feel like I'm gonna solve something right now. Hold on. There we go. Oh,
Oh. Hello, sir.
I can't shoot you in the elevator. This ain't fair.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh,
Oh.
this is the refrigerator we read about.
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God. Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My ship replacement never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn. I can't, I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back, I promise.
I won't.
Okay. Don't forget, I can't stare at this thing much longer.
You'll be fine. You know what? You want to do it?
Whatever.
No, let's keep going. We'll come back to this.
Yeah, they say come back for the fridge. It's cool.
Do you want to do the? I want to do the fridge.
Yeah. Bye, Color Fry.
Oh, we have to do it after Dylan's thing.
Mm.
Okay. I can't choose. Something's going down. Come here.
Don't give an inch! Eyes up! It's flying!
But he's on your side, so they're like, what do we do?
Eyes up!
Oh, here we go.
Find an opening! We've got flying hits!
Huh. Is there something downstairs?
Yes. Hold on.
Is that why he's...
There he is.
Oh!
Oops, sorry. Oh, this is where we go. I would think with the security protocols here that they would design this just to smash the body and close it anyway. Wouldn't you think? That's what I would think.
I don't know.
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
Okay. Do we get more of the cartoon? Oh, just Twilight Zone.
Do you think that that's how Comcast envisions itself?
Yes. Whoa.
Oh, something just happened and I missed it.
What happened?
I don't know. It showed up on this, but not here.
Oh, probably someone followed.
Okay.
Thank you for following. Ooh, I just burped. Doing a lot of burp talking lately? Okay. I have to go down and then fight. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. People coming? Okay.
Whoa. Oh, that's Salvador! Our buddy.
Is he? Wait, our buddy?
No, that was sarcastic because he's the guy that everybody keeps being like, oh yeah, Salvador took a team to take care of that thing, but nobody's heard from him for a while.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I'm like really gonna die. Yeah.